In our headlines for this evening, small businesses on Nevis continue to show growth, and the Premier says economic activity in Nevis is centered on the quality of its human resource. The details are straight ahead. Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, September 28th, 2015. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. One important aspect of Nevis's economic activity is that it centers on the quality of the island's human resource. It also predicates that a primarily service-oriented economy and the people must be of the best quality. Those were remarks made by Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, as he made the feature address at the NIA's 9th annual consultation on the economy, held under the theme, Framing the New Economy, Inspiring Human Progress and Economic Resilience.
While we are producing, and Mr. Doe made special mention of that, students of high academic achievement, we still have to look at the general overall development of our human capital, so that when we project ourselves and when we market our Nevis Island economy, when we market our St. Kitts and Nevis economy and what we offer to the marketplace, that we can boldly and confidently indicate to the people to whom we are marketing that we have a quality human resource which will provide the type of service which will provide or attract high returns for us as a country.
The strength of the country's economy, according to the Premier, lies not only in its natural resources but also in the quality of its human resource.
The second part of our theme, inspiring human progress and looking for resilience in the economy, I think that will come from the way our people respond to the market needs and to what we are offering as a government and seeking to provide in terms of economic development.
Premier Amory said the expectations of the island's young people are high and driven by the need to have employment and the influence of consumption patterns, but that expectation, he said, must be guided as we seek to train them to take their place in the new economy. According to Premier Amory, the new economy will more and more focus on increased hospitality and support services for the tourism industry, and where possible the development of new technology which will also underpin and support that services industry. The Government of National Unity is fully committed to sustainable development goals, so said Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris when he addressed the United Nations General Assembly in New York on Saturday, September 26th. The 70th regular session of the United Nations had as its theme, Transforming Our World. It focused on the adoption of the post-2015 development agenda with special attention given to sustainable development goals to be achieved by 2030. Prime Minister Harris said his government is continuing to increase access for all to high-quality health care and upgrading the delivery, rigor, and relevance of primary and secondary education. He underscored the point that his government is reforming laws that will bring about economic sustainability and is determined to preserve the dignity and human rights of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis by championing policies for good governance, transparency, social equity, justice, security, and prosperity for all. The Prime Minister also underlined that renewable energy and food security contribute to sustainable development and that St. Kitts and Nevis have been taking steps in the exploration and implementation of geothermal, wind, and solar energy to optimize the synergies. The Prime Minister told the UN General Assembly that his government promises a fair share for all and wants to see the people of St. Kitts and Nevis succeed. Underscoring the importance of international financing for sustainable development of small island developing states, he said his government will design more programs to promote healthier lifestyles, eradicate poverty, enhance quality education, and ensure gender equality and human rights for all. Small and micro business entities on Nevis continue to show growth in 2015. According to Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Colin Dorr, applications for new business licenses across a variety of sectors continue to increase, with the retail, trades and the services being the dominant area of concentration.
This is very heartening, as it demonstrates that our people are now developing the entrepreneurial attitude and wishing to become employers and not just mere employees.
The Nevis Island Administration, Dorr pointed out, continues to give support to this sector through incentive programs offered through its Small Enterprise Development Unit (SEDU), where micro businesses can receive startup capital to enable them to grow and migrate into medium-sized businesses.
In 2015, the Small Enterprise Development Unit Office took a new approach to accountability in these micro-organizations and launched a number of training programs in QuickBook accounting so as to ensure the sustainability of this all-important sector.
Even as the ministry boasts of progress in these key economic indicators, Dorr notes that sustainable growth cannot be achieved without a well-trained and technically competent workforce.
Our education and human resource agenda must now be at the forefront of our economic development, as human capital is a key ingredient for any level of sustainable development.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Colin Dorr. Still to come,
blessing, strengthening our school administrators and teachers for good. Those are the benefits.
The details after this break. Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen. Attacked by two men at gunpoint. They took my purse and everything. Now I live in fear. Help us stop the madness. Tell 1-800-8477-TIPS.
Safe sex is the best sex.
No glove, no love.
Protect your pleasure.
Real men wear condoms.
It's your favorite DJ Kevy Kev saying, don't be silly, cover your willy. Oh.
This message was brought to you by the Nevis HIV/AIDS Coordinating Unit in collaboration with NTB/AIDS.
Listen up. You can now join NTV on Facebook. Add us as a friend or check out the NTV Facebook fan page for updates and discussions, as well as pictures and videos. An archive of the Nevis newscast is available on NTV on Facebook. Join us.
Welcome back. The Commonwealth Scholarship Commission in the United Kingdom is inviting nationals from St. Kitts and Nevis to apply for scholarships for the 2016 academic year. Applications should be submitted to the Human Resource Management Department on St. Kitts by Thursday, November 19, 2015. All information regarding the scholarship offer, as well as application forms, may be obtained via the Commonwealth Scholarships websites. For more information and/or clarification, kindly contact the Human Resource Management Department at 467-1323. In more local news.
Well, I have the delight to be a part of a conference starting tomorrow morning for Moms in Prayer International to help introduce that and train women in Nevis to pray for their children in schools.
Janet McCurt is the USA Team Director for Moms in Prayer International, a 30-year-old interdenominational ministry which impacts children and schools in more than 140 countries by gathering mothers to pray in every school. She is visiting Nevis to facilitate a 2-day training conference which will commence tomorrow, Tuesday, September 29th. McCurt says anyone with a desire to help young people is welcome.
We have 4 steps of prayer that we use in our Moms in Prayer groups worldwide. We will be exploring each of those in detail. We begin with praise in our meetings, praising God for who He is. And then we have silent confession of sin. Then thanksgiving for answers to prayer. And then about half of our meetings are then devoted to interceding, praying for children and praying for schools and teachers and administrators, and then the Moms in Prayer ministry. So we will cover each of those in detail, why we praise, how we praise, why do we confess our sins, why is that important, how do we do it. Same thing with Thanksgiving and praying for the children in schools.
Members of Moms in Prayer groups here in St. Kitts and Nevis are expected to participate in the training conference along with invited guests. McCurt says the benefit of such a conference is the future of this generation.
I mentor and guide women all over the United States who have a specific role to serve the nation. For example, the woman who encourages college groups or prison ministry or special needs groups. So I help them help others. I mean, mothers are greatly blessed as they come together and pray. They find they grow spiritually, and they say the most blessings are to the mothers, even though we come because we're desperate to pray for our children. But also the benefit is that to praying God's activity and God's plans into the lives of our children and blessing, strengthening our school administrators and teachers for good. Those are the benefits.
Clara Smith is Nevis's representative for Moms in Prayer International. She is part of a group which meets on the last Tuesday of every month.
The group of us, we find it a real pleasure to be a part of Moms in Touch, Moms in Prayer as it is now called. And we have different schools, we are assigned to different schools, and we do pray for school children, the teachers, the principals, the school staff, and everybody involved in schoolwork. And of course, we have been having results. There are testimonies of results for which we are grateful. And so we do expect to learn more about what the organization or the ministry is all about. And so we do look forward to being there tomorrow and the day after.
The Moms in Prayer International Training Conference will commence at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, September 29th at the Cotton Ground Community Center. The conference will conclude on Wednesday, September 30th. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.